Hello and welcome to this training tutorial. This covers offline programming. Okay, first of all we're going to choose which icon to run from. So you can see on the screen we have an Aberlink 3D v4 icon and an Aberlink 3D v4 offline icon. Now the Aberlink 3D v4 will try to start the machine and look for the various motion control devices. To program offline we need to choose the offline icon. Okay, now we're in the software. We're going to create a new inspection. Now we'll click on the CAD icon. This will show the CAD menus. So we have compare to CAD, program into CAD, and CAD output. So first of all, we're going to load a CAD model. We're going to choose the Aberlink test piece. Okay, so to control the model, move it around, we can use the mouse. So use the roller wheel to affect the zoom. Left hand button, hold down to rotate. Do the left hand button and the roller wheel, we can pivot. And if we push down the middle wheel and the right button, we can pan. Okay, so first of all we need to define the alignment of the part. So this is how it's sat on the CMM. Okay, so we need to define an X position, which would be an origin, a Z position, an X plus, or a Y plus. Or we can just define how we're looking at the part from straight down. So I need to position the model as I'm looking at it straight down in the XY view. So I can use this button here to determine various views. I'm just actually going to rotate this around. Okay, so that's how it will be sat on the machine when I run the program. Click on here and just click on the model to define an origin. It doesn't have to be the XY0, just a point on the model. Okay, go to the programming menu. I'm going to click on this icon here, which will display all the measurement features down the side. Just also going to turn on feature predict and the memory icon. So we want the elephant icon and the wand across the top. But I also need to define some probes. So I'm going to build a new probe. So I'm going to enter the diameter, check the length, and also input an A-B angle. Add the offset. And I'm also going to do an angle at A90 B0 and A90 B180. This will enable me to program the cross hole. So I'm going to make this probe current. Okay, so now I have a probe on the screen. Just going to take points without defining a feature because I have the feature predict on. Okay, so we have our plane. So I'm going to define it as a reference either here or from this icon here. We also have the OK button on both screens. Now when I move this to the side we can see our plane. I'll do one click in the circle because we have the CAD data. It knows it's a circle. If I click on the CNC moves, when we play it back it will have 4 points. Of course we can adjust this if we want to. So this will be referenced. I'll click in here to measure another circle. Here we go. Now I wish to construct a line between the two circles. So I choose line, click on the spanner icon, click the features, finish construction and set reference. Okay, that's my part aligned. If I just click in each circle now, very quickly, feature predict and the one click option measures these circles very quickly indeed. If I want to measure this arc, I just zoom in, take 1 point, it will find a circle. If I carry on taking points, it will then plot an arc. I can carry on and measure the other features within the slot. So the whole time I'm not choosing features, I'm just relying on the feature predict. I'm now going to carry on and measure the profile of the test piece. Also got to bear in mind I've got a probe body above the stylus. So as I measure around the part, I will move the probe upwards to avoid the module or the probe body touching the component. Okay, now I'm going to measure the cone. So, because I have the CAD data, 2 points will generate a cone. If we go to the CNC, at this point it will give me 12 points. I want to recalculate that to 8. So I've got 8 contact points. Now I'm going to measure this cross hole as a cylinder. So I need to change my probe angle. So I'll take 4 points at this end. Go back to my probe, change the angle, and you can see the graphics showing you which way the probe is pointing. Continue measuring the cylinder. Now, within the software, I don't have to worry about any of the intermediate moves the software will make to get from one side to the other. That's all done cleverly within the software. Okay, so now we can see in all 3 views the features we have measured. What I want to do now is measure a plane at the bottom of each of these holes. So I'm going to select the right probe. Now, I need to use move vires on this feature, otherwise the probe will hit the side of the wall. So to do this, we take a point inside on the surface and switch on this icon here, which places a cube around the CAD model. So this can act as a safe value. I can adjust the margin. Okay, so now it's switched on. I'm actually going to probe the edge of the volume. Move across, turn off the volume. Now this point is in my way, so I click on this icon here to remove the points and take up another probing point. Switch on the margin again. So I'm probing on the edge of the volume. Switch off, and that will enable me to probe back on the part again. So it's just a process of turning on the volume, taking a point on the edge, and then turning it back off again. Okay, if I click on this icon, I can see the probe moves. So you see the yellow moves are move vires. You see it going in each hole and back out again. You can also see them on the main XY view screen. Okay, here's my program. See my references at the beginning. Okay, if I hit play, I'm now in simulation mode. And because the probe contact points icon is pushed down, you can see the probe path at each feature. And I can move the model around just to get a better view. Okay, that's the simulation complete. We have our part on the screen. So we'll turn off the probe contact view button. Now we can dimension the component. Now because we have the CAD data, all the nominals will be as the CAD. So we just need to edit descriptions. I'll tick here, we can show this on the screen. And of course you also need to edit your tolerances. So just applying a few dimensions. Okay, just call this hole 1. We'll construct a PCD, so it's a circle, construct, pick off each feature. So you've got the full range of the constructions that are available in normal software. Everything works as normal. Okay, just to mention that, call that PCD. Okay, we'll just run a report. Obviously these are all on nominal. We need to run the inspection to get measured values, but this is just an example of one of the print options. Okay, I'm just going to save this file. This has exactly the same format as the files created on the CMM, which .cmmx. Okay, this is now saved. Okay, just to show some of the other functions on the screen. We can have a fixed view, so we click on set the view as we want it, and then hold down the shift key and click on custom view, then we can save that view as a custom. Okay, this will end this session, and now we'll have a go at running this on the machine itself. Okay, so now we run the icon to run the machine. Because we're attached to the machine, it's now going to turn on the air, close the drives. Okay, so we're going to open the inspection file we've created. You can see it on the screen. So at the moment the software doesn't know where this part is, so we need to define a workpiece coordinate, and we also need to define the probes we're going to use. So we use this probe in our program, and we have a probe already on the machine. This is also true for this one, but this probe has no probe. So I'm going to map it to use this one. Okay, this is the workpiece coordinates. This is where it thinks the part is, but we haven't actually told it yet. So when we hit play from this icon, we're going to tick the manually measure reference. So this will take us through measuring each of the references with the joystick. Once we've measured them all, it will run in automatic. So I've actually taken control of the machine now, and I'm probing the top face. Same number of points as I did in the original. Okay, 4 points in the centre hole, and you can see it's marked green to show you which hole you need to probe. And now we do the small hole, which enables us to do the construction, and from that we will know where the component is. So I'll move the machine to a safe position, click OK. Now the machine is running in automatic. So as it measures each feature, it will turn from the purple colour to a blue colour, which represents the fact that it's been measured. You see on the screen some of the dimensions are in commas, sorry, not commas, in brackets, which means it's not a measured value. But as soon as it's measured those features, those brackets will disappear, and then we know they're measured and not just nominals from the CAD. Okay, the probe is indexed, it's been able to measure this angled hole, so no manipulation of the program is necessary. All the information was generated from the offline program. Okay, we're measuring the plane now with the move wires that we put in. They're all working very well. Okay, and that's the program complete. All dimensions are updated. And that concludes this training tutorial. Thank you.